So this is the crazy piece of functional art that I made for my girlfriend. And I didn't even know that I was going to make this until 2 days before her birthday. And then I remember that I had watched these 2 videos on YouTube. And then I was like, hey Craver, you're a machinist. And it would be pretty cool if you challenged yourself and made it. And challenge myself I did. And here's how I machined the crazy part that love made me do. I first started with material selection. I was debating between brass and bronze, but ultimately decided to go with bronze as it was the bigger stock size. Then, I measured the parting tool I was going to use so I could make a drawing and have a basic plan moving forward. The next step was to make the stamp design. I did my research on what the best cursive K for Katie looked like on SolidWorks, and after choosing the font, I googled some cool butterfly and flower DXF drawings and put them together in a nice pattern. Once done, I decided to engrave it on acrylic to see how it would look. And it looked amazing. However, when I tried making the tool paths for the CNC mill using the drawing of my 3D CAD model, I realized that using the contours of my shapes would not work, given the sizes of the tools we had. So, I painstakingly drew out the tool paths in Adobe Illustrator based on my design to get the correct shape I wanted. And so, it was time to make a prototype. I put in the 1/16 ball end mill into the tool holder, inputted my tool offsets into the machine, and used a cylindrical piece of HDPE to make my first prototype. Because it was plastic and the machine capped out at 8,000 RPM, it didn't look too nice, but I was able to verify that my settings did not cause any crashes. Since everything was going smoothly, I decided to make a prototype out of brass. But that's when things start to go downhill. I broke the ball end mill. And then in my second try, I broke another tool. And this time, it was the 1/2 inch finished end mill.
Yeah, video too. After I said.
I will explain in the comments the reasons for the tools breaking, but eventually I managed to make a working prototype. In the process of making the actual stamp, I broke another ball end mill.
What happened?
The tool broke!
Oh.
After removing my learning lesson from sight, I finally machined the wax seal stamp properly, and the results were fantastic. While the CNC mill was running, I took the liberty to make the base of my part and turn it on the lathe. And if you were wondering, the reason I made the base detachable is so that my girlfriend can put in other stamp heads if she so desires. But why would she, right? At this point, it was the day of her birthday and I was super optimistic that I would be able to finish it within 1 hour. Boy, was I wrong. Murphy's Law was looking over my shoulder the entire afternoon, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god. Because I was in a rush to finish this part, I didn't think to check if the tool was cleared from the range of motion of the part, and my part fell out.
Oh, it's a good dent. That's a real good dent. Just quit while you're ahead, buddy. Keys fatigue.
Fuck me. And it happened again. And again. I got really frustrated with myself. The spring, man. And I was feeling pretty hopeless.
Get her a bottle of wine. No, she's talking about wine. Don't do that.
Put that out, edit that out.
I wanna cry, man.
Is this you or is this for the camera?
Both.
Oh, was real paper or vlog paper?
Who are you?
Who am I? Good question. I'm an angry man right now.
No, I think she'll love it. I think she'll love it even more that she had to wait.
Alright, so kind of failed part. They're about to close the machine shop, so I'm not gonna be able to finish it. And I don't know why I'm crying. I just felt like a loser because I couldn't finish it. I was really hoping to finish it and be able to show off something that is super cool. But I guess I don't have to wait. Out of everything that could make me cry is not being able to finish a gift. At least I learned a couple of things, and that is that number one, that lathe does not work for shit if I'm gonna offset something, because the 3-point chuck is way too small for my part. I need to be able to clamp inside. I need the part to go into the chuck. That does not allow it, so I'm gonna use this big boy to do it. Great. You're a failure, but you learned something. And that's what matters. So next week comes around and it was time for me to start fresh. I faced off the old stamp head and made a new one. Once again, the tool broke, but that's just part of the process. You don't learn without making mistakes, and if things continue not going in your favor, you just sometimes gotta push through. Once done, it was time to make the off-center spiral of discs. And guess what? Another tool broke! And this time, I wasn't feeling bad for myself.
Damn, Craver.
Because now I know that my tool could explode if it is not clear from the machine or the part. And it is these scary situations that make you learn your most valuable lessons. After finishing the discs, there was one thing remaining, the threaded cylinder.
You want me to grab the other side? Ta-da! You are a god, Ryan. That's right.
Alright, we have 50 more minutes left of machining. Let's do it. And this is the final result. A beautiful piece of art that is made out of 20 plus hours of constant learning, patience, and lots of love. In young people's terms, this piece is fire, quite literally. What's better is that this piece of art can produce even more art. Arte que es hermoso y sin límites. Oh, alright. Well, that was a long-ass project, but did learn a lot of cool stuff, new things, made a lot of mistakes, but those are learning lessons. But yeah, really happy with this piece, so I can say that I'm pretty proud of myself.